Today, we are going to work with number pairs that equal 100, and we're going to continue our work with part-part whole problems. Today, though, we're not going to be using the whole of 100. We're going to have different wholes, so our parts are going to look a little bit different. I hope you're ready. Let's get started. Let's start by looking at our numbers that add to 100. You're going to help me fill in these blanks. I bet you can use what you know about your what numbers equal 10 to help you figure out what numbers equal 100. 90 plus blank equals 100. What is it? 10. Good job. Okay. 80 plus 20. 70 plus 30 equals 100. 60 plus 40 equals 100. 50 plus 50 equals 100. 40 plus 60 equals 100. 30 plus 70 equals 100. 20 plus 80 equals 100. And 10 plus 90 equals 100. These look very similar to what we did on day 1. 9 plus 1 equaled 10. 8 plus 2 equals 10. Very similar, right? Okay. Now we're going to talk about some different numbers that equal 100, not our easy tens. What about 99? What do you have to add to 99 to equal 100? 1, right? 99 plus 1 more equals 100. Okay, now you know 50 plus 50 equals 100. But what about 51? 51 plus what equals 100? Not sure? Let's do an open number line. We know we have to get to 51 from 100, or vice versa. We could add too. So let's add. Okay, 51, let's get to the nearest 10. That would be 60. That would be plus 9. And then I need to get from 60 to 100, which would be plus 40. So 9 and 40 would be 49. Is the same true in reverse? Is 49 plus 51 100? Well, let's find out. 49 to get to 100. Well, I can get to 99. 49 plus 50 equals 99. And then I just need a little plus 1 to get to 100. And that would be 51. So let's take a look at this. I know 50 plus 50 is 100. If I add 1 to 50 to get 51, I need to subtract 1. So here I did plus 1, and here I did minus 1. I can change a number up or down. So 50 plus 50 is 100. 51, which is 1 more, plus 49, which is 1 less. It kind of balances, right? You take 1 away from one side and give it to the other. It's still going to equal 100. And the same is true when I reversed that. When I changed 50 to 49, I went down 1. Here I went up to 51, but I gave 1 and took 1, so it still equals 100. It's pretty cool, right? I think so. We know 20 plus 80 equals 100. Let's see if that same rule we just did with 50 plus 50 works for 20 plus 80. So let's say I add 1 here and subtract 1 here. This would be 20 plus 1 is 21, which means to get to 100, I added 1 here, so I'd have to subtract 1 here. So this should be 79. Let's check it. I have 21 and I need to get to 100. Well, I know that I could do a little jump of plus 9 and get to 30. And then I could do a big jump of plus 70 to get to 100. And looky there, there's my 79. So if I know my tens, like 20 plus 80 or 50 plus 50, and it's just 1 up or 1 down, I have a trick I can use. Wonder if there's any other good tricks we can use. Let's take a look at these numbers. 25 plus what equals 100? I bet you can use what you know about money to figure this one out. What coin is worth 25? A quarter, right? And how many quarters equal 100 cents or a dollar? How many quarters are in a dollar? 4. Well, this would be 1 quarter. We need to get to 4 quarters. How many quarters do we need? Well, that'd be 3 quarters, right? Well, what's 3 quarters going to be? 3 quarters would be 75. We know that 25 plus 75 equals 100. Let's see if you can figure out some other numbers that equal 100. What about 97? 97 plus what equals 100? We could do an open number line. 97 to 100. What's that going to be? It's not going to be a very big jump. Did you say 3? You're right. It's 3. 97 and 3 make 100. You're getting really good at this. Let's go practice this in your workspace book.
We are going to look at some puzzle grids. For puzzle grids like this one, we need to identify the numbers that add to 100. The numbers on our puzzle grid are 80, 97, 3, and 20. Which numbers add to 100? Well, 80 and 20 add to 100, so we circle them. And 97 and 3 add to 100, so we circle those two. Ready for another one? For puzzle grids like this one, we need to figure out the missing number and circle the numbers that add to 100. It is helpful to circle the pair that add to 100 first. In this one, we have 60, 75, and 40. 60 and 40 add to 100. Then we need to figure out what plus 75 equals 100. 75 plus blank equals 100, or 100 minus blank equals 75. When I see 75, I think of quarters. I know that 3 quarters equals 75 cents, and 4 quarters equals 100 cents, or $1. So 3 quarters plus 1 more quarter is a whole dollar. Well, 75 is the 3 quarters, so 1 quarter was what I'm missing, so 25. And I can fill that in. Then I can circle my pair. 75 and 25 make 100. Let's try another one for practice. Here I have 25, 61, and 39. I need to find my numbers that add to 100. Well, in that last problem, 60 and 40 added to 100. But here I have 61 and 39. Hey, that's that plus 1 minus 1 that we learned. If I add 1 to the 60 to make 61, I should subtract 1 from the 40, which would be 39. So 61 plus 39 equals 100. So we circle it. Now I need to figure out my opposite pair for 25. 25 plus what equals 100? Well, we just did that because quarters. We knew that 75 plus 25 equals 100, so 25 plus 75 will equal 100. So we circle that too. Okay. Turn to page 47. On page 47, there are puzzle grids just like the ones we've been doing. The directions say, circle the numbers with a sum of 100, write the missing number to make a sum of 100, and circle the pair, just like we've been doing. We'll do the first 3 together. Okay, here we go. Number 1, we have 50, 99, and 50. Which 2 numbers add to 100? Did you say 50 and 50? You're right. Great job. So 99 plus what equals 100? Well, that would be plus 1. So 99 plus 1 equals 100. We can circle it. Awesome. Let's take a look at number 2. For number 2, we have 80, 70, and 20. Oh, these are easy tens. We can do this. Well, the first pair that adds to 100 is 80 and 20. Well, 70 plus what equals 100? Well, that would be 30. And 70 and 30 equal 100. I think you're getting the hang of this. Number 3, we have 36, 81, and 64. Well, let's think about this. Which pair will add to 100? Let's take a look at 36 and 64. I know that 30 plus 60 is 90. If I add my ones places, 6 plus 4 is 10. And 90 plus 10 is 100. So 36 plus 64 must equal 100. Then I need to figure out my pair for 81. 81 plus how many more to get to 100? I could do an open number line. I would make my first jump from 81 to 90, so I have a nice easy 10. And that would be plus 9. And then I would do from 90 to 100, which is plus 10. So 9 and 10 is 19. And there I have it, my second group of 100.
It's time for our brain break. Today we're going to play real or fake. I will share 3 statements. 2 are real, 1 is fake. Can you guess the fake one? Are you ready? Here we go.
I'm gonna do our facts today. You ready? These are some weird animal facts. A lobster has no teeth. When a giant squid eats, the food passes through its brain on the way to its stomach. Some elephant seals can dive deeper than most submarines. Which one is not true? A lobster does have teeth. A lobster's teeth are actually in its stomach. That's weird. The giant squid eats through a beak-like mouth. A beak like a bird beak, kind of a beak. Its brain is shaped like a donut. That's weird. The food travels through the hole in the center of the donut-shaped brain on the way to the stomach. Yeah, weird, weird, weird. An elephant seal can dive down to more than 5,000 feet. Navy submarines can only go to 800 feet. There are a few research submarines that can go farther than the elephant seal, but most submarines do not. Thanks for playing! Now let's get back to learning.
Okay, we've been working a lot with our part-part wholes. Let's do a quick review with an example, and then we're going to jump into some new part-part wholes. For this example, let's say that I have $35. and I need $100 in all. Well, I need to figure out how much more do I need. Remember, we can solve with addition or subtraction. If I'm solving with addition, 35 to 100. My first jump might be plus 5, because that'll get me to a nice 10 of 40. And then I can make 40 to 60, or sorry, 40 to 100, which is plus 60. I gave away the answer there. This equation would read 35 plus something equals 100, and we've solved. We know it's 60, and 5 makes 65. So how much more do I need? $65. We could have solved with subtraction. We would start with 100, and we know we're going to 35. So my first jump might be back to 40, which would be minus 60. And then my next jump would be minus 5. Still, my answer is going to be 65. My equation would look different, because it would say 100 minus what? Well, we know it's 65 equals 35. That's part whole with 100. Now we're going to look at part whole with numbers that aren't 100. I hope you're ready. Okay, for this part whole, we're going to have $35, but we need to get to 80, not 100. We can still solve it the same way though. Let's start with addition. 35, and we need to get to 80. Well, I still would like to go to a nice 10, so let's go to 40. That's plus 5. And then 40 to 80. Ooh. Remember, you can use your easy facts. 4 plus what gets you to 8? Well, that'll be 4, so 40 plus 40 gets us to 80. So in all, we have 40 and 5 is 45. We'd write the equation, 35 plus what got us to 80? And the answer was 45. Again, we can also show a subtraction. So for subtraction, I have my 35. I know I need to get to 80. My equation would be 80 minus what equals 35? Well, 80, I could make a jump and get to 40, and then I could do a little jump to get to 35. 80 minus what is 40? Minus 40 is 40. Minus 40 is 40. 40 minus what is 35? Well, that's minus 5. Again, my answer is 45. So how much more do I need? $45. Let's do one more. Let's try this one. I have $29. I need $73 in all. Let's start with addition. I have 29 and I need to get to 73. Okay? Well, let's go to those easy tens, right? So let's do a quick up jump to 30. This would be plus 1. Okay. Then I can do 30 to 70. Well, 30 plus 40. And then I can do last little jump of plus 3, 70 to 73. Now I have to add all those together. So 40 plus 1 is 41, plus 3 more, 44. So this would be 29 plus what got us to 73? Well, that was 44. As always, we can show this with subtraction. For subtraction, I have 29 on one side and my 73 on the other. I would still want to do an easy jump to 70 because 73 to 70 is easy, and then I can go to easy tens. That would be minus 3. My close 10 to 29 is 30. So I would do a jump from 70 to 30 and then a jump from 30 to 29. 70 to 30 is minus 40. It's 3 plus 7, or 3 plus 4 is 7. Then from 30 to 29, it's minus 1. Again, I add all these up and I get 44. This equation would have read 73 minus what equals 29? Well, it would be minus 44. Adding or subtracting, I still need $44. Okay, Now we're going to practice in our workspace book.
Turn to page 48 in your workspace book. We will be completing numbers 1 and 2 on page 48 together. You will complete numbers 3 and 4 on your own. Let's take a look at the directions. How many more? Directions. Step 1. Read the problem. This problem says, Chris has 23 cherry tomatoes. She needs 52 for her recipe. How many more does she need? Step 2. Draw an addition open number line. Write the equation. Step 3. Draw a subtraction open number line. Write the equation. We are doing both addition and subtraction on this workbook page. Step 4. Write the answer. Step 4 has a line that says, how many more does she need? The answer that they found by doing the addition and subtraction number lines and equations was 29. Number 1. Tyler planted 57 seeds. He wants 95 plants in all. How many more does he have to plant? Well, we have a part, 57, and the whole that he wants, 95. We need to figure out the other part. We will solve with addition and subtraction. What I've put on the screen, you need to record in your workspace book. For addition, we start with our low number, 57. That's our first part. We end at our whole, which is 95, our high number. Our equation will be 57 plus blank equals 95. Go ahead and write that down now. After you write, think about what jumps you might want to make. I think we're going to need several jumps for this. My first jump from 57, I want to get to a nice easy 10, like 60. Well, that jump would be plus 3. 57 plus 3 equals 60. Go ahead and write it down. Next, I want to get as close to 95 as possible. Well, I can get to 90. 60 plus 30 is 90. So I write that down. And then I just need to jump from 90 to 95. Well, that's easy. That's plus 5. To solve this equation, I need to add up my 3 jumps. 30 plus 3 plus 5. Well, 3 plus 5 is 8. 30 plus 8 is 38. Go ahead and write all that down now so that you're ready for our subtraction open number line and equation. Okay, for subtraction, we start with our high number, our whole, which is 95. We're trying to get to our low number, our part, 57. We write our equation, 95 minus blank equals 57. Our whole minus a part will equal the other part. We need to find the distance between 57 and 95 with subtraction. Are you ready? Make sure you have your equation written down. For our first jump, I want to get to a nice easy 10, like 90. 95 to 90 would be minus 5. You with me? Make sure you write that down. 90 to 57. Well, I can't go straight to 57, so I want to get to a nice easy 10 that's close to 57. Well, a 10 that's close to 57 would be 60. So 90 to 60 would be, that's right, minus 30. 60 and 90, the difference between those, 90 minus 30 equals 60. Then I just have to get from 60 to 57. I bet you've already figured it out. 60 minus 3 equals 57. Then what do I need to do? Right, I need to total up my 3, my 5, and my 30. 3 plus 5 is 8. And 30 plus 8 is 38. We have finished our first problem. Make sure that you have all of that written down so that you are ready for number 2. Here we go. Number 2. Cheryl saved $14. She needs $85. How much more does she need to save? She has part of the money she needs, $14. She knows the whole $85. We need to figure out the missing part. We're going to start with addition. For addition, we're going to start with our 14, the part, and we're going to try to get to our whole, which is 85. Our equation will be 14 plus blank equals 85. What do I want to do for my first jump? Now, there are a couple ways I could do this. Let's get to a nice easy 10 first. I want to get to 20. 14 to 20 is plus 6. Let's go ahead and write all that down. While you're writing, think about what your next jump might be. For my next jump, I want to go to 80. 20 to 80. That's close to 85. 20 plus 60 is 80. Then I need to get from 80 to 85. Well, that's going to be plus 5. Finally, I need to total up all my parts. I have 6 plus 5. That's 11. And then I have plus 60. 11 plus 60. Well, I could do 10 plus 60 is 70, plus one more is 71. Make sure you have all that written down, and we'll go ahead and do subtraction next. Here we go. Subtraction. I start with my whole. I'm trying to get to my part. So I have 85, and I'm trying to get to 14. So my equation is 85 minus blank equals 14. Go ahead and make sure you have that written down in your workbook page. My first jump, I want to do 85. Let's get to an easy 10. So 80. 85 minus 5 is 80. That's easy enough. Then I can think about a nice easy jump to something close to 14. Well, 20 is close to 14, and that would be minus 60. So 80 minus 60 equals 20. And then I just have to get from 20 to 14. Well, that's minus 6. There we go. And then I just need to total again. 6 and 5 is 11, and 11 and 60 is 71. Make sure you have all of that written down so that you are ready to do numbers 3 and 4 on your own.